All right, boxing fans, so let's discuss a little bit more about what's going on with Ryan Garcia and Shakur Stevenson. So you probably figure that Turki Al-Sheikh is definitely going to make this fight happen, or at least he's looking to make this fight happen. Maybe there's already negotiations going on behind the scenes for most likely mid this year or possibly even later this year. But let's talk about Ryan's big mistake that he could make going into this fight or negotiating this fight. And that is fighting Shakur at 140. Why would you want to put yourself at a weight disadvantage and fight Shakur's fight at 140? You figure Ryan probably learned a thing or two fighting Gervonta Tank Davis with that injury and weight issues. Ryan didn't belong at 135. He stayed there too long. Ryan definitely doesn't belong at 140. I don't care how focused Ryan Garcia is, what type of Ryan Garcia we're getting. He does not need to fight at 140. Plus, there's so much more for Shakur Stevenson at 147 than there is making this fight at 140. There is a far bigger plate at 147 than there is at 140. Shakur has the opportunity to become a 5-division world champion, knowing Ryan Garcia holds that WBC. And this will be the biggest payday Shakur has made for any of his fights throughout his career. What is there a weight issue? That's what Shakur is complaining about, but yet he called out Conor Benn at 147. I'll jump up to 147, but I'm going to put the same rehydration clause you put on Chris Eubank, that Conor Benn put on Chris Eubank.
Hold up. It's a fighter in here right now, and he motivated me tonight too. Where's Conor Benn? Hey, Conor Benn, we can get it banging, boy. We can get it banging, boy. I want that same rehydration clause that you put on Eubank Jr., and I want to fight.
You're too small for me, bro. You're too small for me.
I'm a dog.
You're tiny. You're tiny, bro.
I'm a doggy. My skills is too much.
You can't punch.
Okay.
You can't keep me off you.
Okay.
I'll rough you up.
We gonna see.
I'll pull you down. I'll
Sign
put
the
you
contract.
down.
Now, Shakur likes to say he's a natural 135-pounder. That may be the case, but my personal opinion, I disagree because of the performance Shakur gave at 140. That by far was his best performance to date, and it's how he beat Teofimo Lopez. The name that he beat, by far his best performance, better than any performance he had at 130 or 135. Everything carried for him. Everything carried over for him from 135 to 140, 100 times better. Speed, power, size, reflex, just his entire skill set. That was the best version of Shakur, was at 140, and he seemed to do it with ease. I don't know what goes through Shakur's head that he can't compete at 147. I think Shakur can easily compete at 147 and possibly even dominate that division based off what he showed us at 140. He did it with ease. He didn't have no weight issues. And I think Shakur is a pretty hefty dude. I think Shakur fills out very, very well. And maybe 140 is his division, but we haven't seen what Shakur can do at 147. Maybe he even might have a better performance. But I don't think Shakur... Can Shakur make 135? Yes. Does he look better at 140? Absolutely. But who knows how he can look at 147. But like I said, there's so much of a bigger plate for Shakur Stevenson to make this fight at 147, a 5-division world champion, if he can get past Ryan Garcia. And again, Ryan's following, Ryan being one of the fighters who can actually sell in this sport. Ryan's stock is peaking, so is Shakur Stevenson. They're both coming off of dominant performances. It's only right to make this fight at 147. There is going to be no weight issues. I don't even know why Ryan Garcia would want to put himself at that disadvantage. And again, you'd figure he would have learned from the Gervonta Tank Davis fight. And I don't care what version of Ryan Garcia, I don't care how focused he is. Ryan does not belong at 140, nor does he need to make this fight at 140. The pot is so much sweeter for this fight to be made at 147. It makes sense for both fighters. Shakur, again, can possibly be a 5-division world champion. You're getting a huge, huge bag fighting at 147. Possibly even the same bag at 140, but you're becoming a 5-division world champion. Again, both fighters' stocks are through the roof right now, and Ryan is not going to have no weight issues. Not going to have the boxing world or the boxing community say, well, you made Ryan come down, you put a rehydration clause on him, you beat a drained Ryan Garcia, you didn't beat the best version of Ryan Garcia. That's what they're going to say to Shakur Stevenson. Now, a quick little prediction, if this fight gets made at 140, which I don't know why Ryan would even say yes to that. Shakur is a point system fighter, especially at this level. He's not there to, in my opinion, he's not there to knock you out. He's not there to stop you. He is there to dominate you on the scorecards. That's his style. He's a point system fighter. And Ryan has more of an advantage at 140, at 147 because of his speed, because of his power, because he can make weight. He boxed Mario Barrios very beautifully, and I've always said Ryan Garcia has an entire skill set behind him that he can unlock at any moment. You have much more than just a jab if Ryan Garcia decides to establish his jab. He has far more than just a left hook. Ryan displayed that against Mario Barrios. We know now that Ryan can box. We know that Ryan Garcia is a 12-round fighter. We know the type of fighter Ryan is when he's dedicated and he's focused. And it seems like he's the most dangerous right now in his career at 147 until we see him move up and give a performance at 154. Let me know what you guys think about this take.